from last year's national championship, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Seminoles will boot it away to start the game. Fielded in the end zone, it's Nunez. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. So Texas offense takes the field for the first time today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
They should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
They'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. Got his man on the right. At the 35, he's got room. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Apparently, line number one on the game plan, attack now, immediately.
And this quarterback, he smelt it. He knew he had an opportunity. This is a guy who loves taking shots. And
there he goes. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week, because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Texas.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game, because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Florida State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle. And
going to the right. He's at the 50. Past the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, no! Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, this guy is such a weapon, because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Looking to take a shot. Pulls it in down the middle. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Longhorns! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. The Noles want to move quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Going to take a shot. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
To the air on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Behind the chains now on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the grab.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Caught near the sticks. It's Nunez. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. And the Longhorns getting set on first and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Seminoles. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese.
Going to throw it over the top of the deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
It's complete to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Worthy. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. So now it's second and long. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown, Florida State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Got his man quickly. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Virginia is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Miami. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And the Noles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Finally, a defense looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think, setting up 4th down. And that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
He holds one deep down the left side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Direct snap. Here's a hit. Give the ball incomplete. A little creativity on first down, but it doesn't work. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running back searching for a hole. Finding open areas. What a run. Gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36. Bevo is a ground-based animal, and he has to like what he's seeing right now from this running game.
The beef up front doing their job, creating some holes, make...
Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return.
And that's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's loose on the right. The 40. The 30. He's at the touchdown. No. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
There's usually two different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
He'll bring it out. It's Nunez. Makes a move. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. He leaves it with his back. Sweet cut there. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The Seminoles will hustle from the line. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time Florida State. Offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
Pulls it in, it's sacked. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Trying play action. There's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. And the Seminoles come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Looking to throw, it's Worthy. And he's all bottled up, and now it's first. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
4th down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas! This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
I'm bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Worthy. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He wants to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the Doak. He'll take another shot here. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now adjusting. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. Trying to do it on the ground. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. And the Longhorns are marching down the field. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Worthy. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Noles decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Here comes the Texas offense. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Going right to work up top. Working the middle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking for a man, it's Worthy. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Looking deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Noles will punt this one away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence.
He lets one fly deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You could tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Got it on the outside. It's Nunez. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll ride the hot hand, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. To the air, it's Worthy. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give from the gun. He breaks a tackle. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Looking to throw for it. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, they were probably thinking 4-down territory with it 3rd and short, so the quarterback is licking his chops thinking there's no way the defense is going to be thinking I'm taking a deep shot down the field right now. I've got a home run ball, but give the defender so much credit. He was ready for it, and he snags that out of the air.
Great discipline by this defense. Understanding he's 3rd and short, you might get a short concept. No. Playing the deep ball great with great discipline. I like the way he breaks.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's incomplete. With a massive explosive play instead, they're looking at a 3rd down. The Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Using the quick game. You'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Quick completion on the out route. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. This time he's got it. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. They're working that left side. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play. And here they come. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page with your quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll try to pop the draw. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
It'll be 3rd and long.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Back to pass. It's Worthy. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. Now the play fake. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Looking downfield on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Worthy. Under fire. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, this is a quarterback who's not known for his running ability, obviously. We've seen him make some great throws, but mobility, that's probably not on your bingo card, and you saw it right there. He gets brought down for the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Seminoles will call on their punt team. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Going for the big play. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Motion from the wide receiver. That's reeled in. It's Nunez. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself,
touchdown, Longhorns! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Off-play action. Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? When you've already set your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He's got the back in the middle. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these 2 guys. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Blasted as he lets it go.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back, and going to get the quarterback.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Right on the money. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Wide open downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone.
Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Get set, get set.
He'll do it himself. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Seminoles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You can tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And when you get these quarterbacks and these offenses in 3rd and long, and you know it's passing situations, man, KD bar the door, let's rush the passer, bring everybody. You know what's coming. Get after the QB, and you cause the fumble. Great 3rd down execution by this defense.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Wants to go up top on first down. Good timing on the quick out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Noles can really attack on this second and short. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a play! It's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Here comes the Texas offense. Now on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
They'll leave it with him. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, and really good third down situational defense. You know it's third and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Trying to set up the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Third down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. Fourth down now up.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Leaves it with the back. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a third and long. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. It's complete to the right. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.